welcome to another edition of Minstrels on the Block. I'm Brian Mallard. Last week we had special guest Jenny Woolfolk. This week we have special guest Mr. Sean Rox. How you doing, Sean?
Hey, Brian. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. Glad to have you on the show.
Good to be in East Alabama.
So tell me about your music.
I am a songwriter, and people have been talking about it and describing it as some sort of mesquite-laden, smoky barbecue, southern rock, swampy thing.
Awesome.
So I'm supporting that. Thank you for the people that say that.
Cool.
And we're having a barbecue, by the way.
So we'll get to your barbecue shortly, which I'm really looking forward to because it's a really, really neat thing. As far as your music, how long have you been playing?
I've been writing songs probably since I was 4 years old. I remember writing a song about cows coming off of a ship or something like that, but I didn't understand it. Probably something I stole from a movie in my head. But wasn't until really after college. I work in social media, and I've been doing the web for a very long time. And there was a moment that I just kind of woke up and said, I need to be doing something real. So I picked up the guitar and started writing my songs and kind of taught myself guitar, and with the help of a lot of friends. I mean, that's really where I am now. So I have a catalog of, I guess, 30-something songs.
Nice. So what are your influences as far as writing?
Well, I grew up listening to rock in general, but I was pretty specific about what I really liked. I was a military brat, Air Force brat, and so we traveled around quite a bit. And my uncle was from Macon, Georgia, so he would send the records that he was working on. He was a tape operator, engineer at the Capricorn Studios. So I'm living in England, and I'm listening to Allman Brothers in 1987. There aren't a whole lot of people listening to Allman Brothers, so I kind of felt a little, but I just liked everything about Georgia, and that's where my dad's from. And eventually I made my way here, and I was actually born in West Texas.
So what part of Georgia is your dad from?
He was actually born, he was an Army boomer, actually just right before boomer, I guess. And I think he was born in North Carolina, but they came to Raleigh, and then they came down to come back to his mom's area, which is Jessup, Georgia, Brunswick, St. Simon's Island,
nice.
and Jekyll Island. So that's where he's from. My mom is actually from California, and my grandmother's from Hawaii.
Nice.
So.
Now, I believe recently we were talking, you mentioned listening to a lot of Marty Robbins.
I did, being from West Texas and just the kind of music that my dad liked growing up, we had reel-to-reel and albums and everything of Marty Robbins, and there's some influences, I guess, you might hear every once in a while. But at the same time, I was a metalhead, I really liked Iron Maiden, but that's not the type of music you're going to hear when you hear me play. But know that these ears have also listened to quite a bit of that. So.
Well, that's cool. It shows such a diversity in what you listen to. I mean, everything from Marty Robbins, which is as far the other end of the spectrum from metal as you can get, and you appreciate both, which, I believe creates a very diverse, taste in music, which is really cool.
Thank you.
If you're lounging around the house, not watching TV, you turn on some music, grab you a beer, whatever. What are you most likely to be listening to?
These days in the household, I've been listening to a band for about 10 years, and Pandora, which is a website out there, Pandora.com, allows you to do something kind of unique, which is create your own radio stations. Mm-hmm. But all I did for this radio station was put one band that I've been listening to for 10 years, and it's built this entire radio station around what is kind of like that and what people that like that are. And that band is called Calexico. And they're a very interesting band, southwestern jazz, lo-fi rock thing, almost ethereal. They've done some work with the film industry and doing landscape music, but it's absolutely delicious, and it's southwest. And so I'll listen to my Pandora Calexico station, and they'll pull in all sorts of things. If you've heard Iron and Wine, they pull that in there. Sometimes even some acoustic back comes in there. But I like listening to new music. There's just a lot of new ways to find it. Mm-hmm. And, of course, I listen to all the CDs of the local people here in Columbus and Phoenix City and Smith Station and Lee County and Lower Alabama.
As far as your own songwriting, now you've got some just great songs. What drives you? What inspires you to put the words together in the way that you do?
Good Lord. Usually it comes from something I said.
Oh.
Usually, I'll just sling, what I'm thinking. And I don't think you have creative blocks if you're able to do that, I'm a real nerd about creativity, if that makes any sense. Some people are nerds about politics. I'm on the other side of that. But when it comes to creativity and what stands between us and being able to complete a task, I think if you're just able to kind of wing it and fail, wing it and get there. So it's kind of like that. But usually it's completely inspired because if you say something, you say it with the tone. You don't have to make up a song anymore.
Yeah.
You've already said it. So like with my boy, Kai, he's 3 years old now. But 3 years ago, I would wake up in the morning and at night make the milk for him. And sometimes I was very, very tired because I wanted to make those in advance so they would be ready for the day. So I made this little song, not only for me, but also for him in the morning when he was crying because all he wanted was milk. and it was a little song, kind of went like this. Who gonna make the milk? Daddy gonna make the milk. Who gonna make the milk? Say hey. Daddy gonna make the milk. But who gonna drink that milk, y'all? Baby gonna drink the milk. Who gonna make that milk? Say hey. Daddy done made the milk. So that's an example of it just happened.
Yeah.
And then you throw it in there. But sometimes you do have, and I have some pretty complex lyrics. And my CD, which is not right here, it's called Eagle Scout Digest. If I open it up, the lyrics are right in here. It's actually shaped like a DVD case. You can get that later. But the lyrics can be quite complex sometimes, and sometimes I just have to noodle my way through those songs and not be inhibited by where I go. Sometimes I end up in another song, and I know that confuses some people sometimes, but sometimes the sentiment is there, and I would just want to borrow a lyric or a lick and pull it over there. So it's a testament to the people that play with me. They're like, oh, Lord, he's doing that again. That's 5 songs tonight in one song. No, but for me, that's how I write. And I recently wrote a song for all of you. I mean, we're all friends here in the music scene in Columbus and Phoenix City, and it seemed like a lot of us had a real tough 2009. So as far as what the inspiration for that was I was just tired of thinking about it. And the lyrics just kind of rolled out, and I just happened to have this progression in my head, and I just started playing it, and that's my latest song, and it's called 2/009.
2/009. We're about to go to one of your songs. What are your personal feelings on the music scene in Columbus?
This is a beautiful place. This is a beautiful place, and people who live here, and they've lived here their whole life, I'm not sure that they realize what they have, or what we have here. I live here now. I've been here 6 years. I moved down from Atlanta 8 years ago, just because I saw the beautiful things happening in music. And this is not about money or fame or any of that stuff. That's all trash. It's about the creative spirit and going, man, I got some ideas, and I really feel what I'm playing here. And this is not karaoke. This is real songs, and we're telling the stories about what are going on right now. And I'm glad that TV shows like this exist so that we can say, hey, here's our message. We're not just little dancing boys with an electronic beat. These are actual songs about you and me. So
exactly. Real songs by real people right in your own neighborhood. So let's go to one of Sean's songs.
This song is called 2/009. It seems that we have some years in our life that bring a lot of heartache, and I know a lot of people have felt that way recently. So this is 2/009. And it goes out to my friends. You know who you are. You know who you are. And I thank you. We all got our burdens to bear, but we all made it through.
Maybe through our broken bones and tattered memories, bruising our minds. Ain't never met a gosh dang year as tough as 2 double odd nights. Our bones will heal, our minds mend as we combine. And there's a songbird who comes to say, she says it'll all melt away. In the springtime we'll need more wine. Till the springtime need more wine. Bring us more wine. Maybe through our broken bones and tattered memories, bruising our minds. Ain't never met a gosh dang year as tough as 2 double odd 9. Our bones will heal, our minds mend when we combine. And there's a songbird who comes to say, she says it'll all melt away. In the springtime